Have you ever stopped to consider whether your understanding of sexuality is truly complete? In today's discussion, we're diving into some of the most common mistakes and knowledge gaps that many people have about this complex topic. We're exploring this because a thorough understanding of sexuality isn't just academic, it directly impacts how we see ourselves and interact with others. It plays a crucial role in our personal development and in the way we build relationships. By addressing these common misconceptions, we aim to foster a deeper awareness and acceptance, making our communities stronger and more inclusive. So let's get started and see how we can all improve our understanding together. The first sign: limited knowledge of different sexual orientations. Moving to our first sign, a basic understanding of different sexual orientations. It's important to recognize that knowing about different sexual orientations goes beyond just memorizing definitions. It's about grasping the real-life contexts and experiences behind these terms. When we lack a deep understanding, we run the risk of misunderstandings and missteps in our social interactions. For instance, using incorrect or outdated terminology can unintentionally offend or alienate others. This not only impacts personal relationships, but can also lead to broader social repercussions. Understanding various sexual orientations fully also plays a crucial role in fostering respect and inclusivity. It allows us to appreciate the diverse ways people identify and express themselves, which is essential in everyday interactions, at work, in education, and in public life. By embracing a more complete view of sexual orientations, we contribute to a more accepting and supportive community for everyone. The second sign: misconceptions about gender identity. Now let's talk about the second sign that your understanding of sexuality might be incomplete: misconceptions about gender identity. It's common for people to confuse gender with biological sex, but these are actually two different concepts. Firstly, let's clear up some myths. Many people believe that gender is strictly binary, either male or female, and directly tied to someone's physical attributes at birth. However, gender is more complex and personal. It's about how someone identifies internally, which might not necessarily align with their biological characteristics. Now, let's define these terms clearly. Biological sex refers to the physical characteristics, including chromosomes and reproductive organs, that are identified at birth. Gender identity, on the other hand, is the personal sense of one's own gender, which may be male, female, both, neither, or anywhere along the gender spectrum. Understanding this distinction is crucial. The impact of getting this wrong is significant. Misunderstandings about gender identity can lead to inappropriate or disrespectful interactions. They can also influence policies in ways that exclude or discriminate against certain groups. For instance, when laws or regulations fail to recognize the range of gender identities, it can deny people access to necessary services or equal protection under the law. By educating ourselves and others about the true spectrum of gender identities, we can improve how we interact on a personal level and advocate for more inclusive policies that recognize and respect everyone's identity. The third sign: stereotyping sexual behaviors. Next, we explore the third sign that your understanding of sexuality might need a deeper look: stereotyping sexual behaviors. It's surprisingly common to make assumptions about people based on their apparent sexuality, but these stereotypes can be harmful and misleading. Stereotyping can lead us to believe that certain behaviors are expected or normal for people of a specific sexual orientation. This not only boxes individuals into narrow roles, but also ignores the vast diversity within each community. For example, assuming that all gay men have the same interests or lifestyle overlooks the personal uniqueness of each individual. It's vital to challenge these assumptions. Human sexuality is incredibly diverse, and people's behaviors and preferences vary widely, even within the same sexual orientation. Embracing this diversity helps us approach others with openness and respect, rather than preconceived notions. Moreover, our culture plays a significant role in shaping what we consider normal sexual behavior. Cultural norms and media often highlight certain stories and silence others, influencing our perception of sexuality. By recognizing the influence of culture, we can work to expand our understanding and challenge the stereotypes that are often perpetuated unknowingly. Encouraging a broader view helps break down barriers and fosters a more inclusive society where everyone can express their sexuality without judgment or restriction. The fourth sign, overlooking sexual health education. Moving on to the fourth sign of an incomplete understanding of sexuality, overlooking the importance of sexual health education. Many people experience gaps in their sexual health knowledge, often due to how these topics are handled in educational settings or avoided in discussions at home. These gaps can lead to significant risks. Without accurate and comprehensive sexual health education, individuals may face higher chances of sexually transmitted infections, STIs, and unplanned pregnancies. Beyond these physical risks, there are emotional consequences too, such as feeling uncertain or unsafe in personal relationships due to a lack of understanding about consent and communication. Comprehensive sexual health education is vital. It equips people with the knowledge and skills they need to make informed decisions about their bodies and relationships. This type of education should cover a wide range of topics, including safe sex practices, consent, and the emotional aspects of relationships, providing a holistic approach that prepares individuals for healthy and fulfilling personal interactions. By advocating for more thorough and inclusive sexual health education, we can help ensure that everyone has the information they need to lead safer and more satisfying lives. It's not just about preventing risks, it's about promoting well-being and respect in all forms of relationships. The fifth sign, ignoring the role of consent. Now we come to the fifth and final sign that your understanding of sexuality might be incomplete, ignoring the role of consent. Consent is a fundamental aspect of all sexual interactions, yet it's often misunderstood or overlooked. Consent should be clear, enthusiastic, and continuous. It's not just about saying yes or no, it's about ensuring that everyone involved feels comfortable and willing to proceed at every stage. Misunderstandings about consent often arise from myths like the belief that silence or a lack of resistance equals agreement, which is not the case. Emphasizing the role of consent is crucial for promoting healthy and respectful relationships. When everyone understands and practices clear consent, it leads to safer and more fulfilling interactions. This understanding helps prevent coercion and respects individual boundaries, which are essential for trust and safety in any relationship. By promoting clear and enthusiastic consent, we contribute to a culture that values and protects all participants. This is essential not only for personal relationships, but also for fostering a broader societal respect for autonomy and safety. As we wrap up our discussion today, let's quickly recap the 5 signs that might indicate your understanding of sexuality is incomplete. Limited knowledge of different sexual orientations. Understanding goes beyond just definitions. Misconceptions about gender identity. It's crucial to distinguish between gender identity and biological sex. Stereotyping sexual behaviors. Avoid assumptions based on apparent sexuality. Overlooking sexual health education. Comprehensive education is key to safe and fulfilling relationships. Ignoring the role of consent. Consent must be clear, enthusiastic, and ongoing in all interactions. I encourage you to reflect on these points. How well do you think you understand these aspects of sexuality? Are there areas where you could improve your knowledge? Education is a powerful tool for personal growth and for fostering understanding in our communities. Let's all take a step towards better understanding. What actions will you take to fill the gaps in your knowledge of sexuality? Remember, expanding our understanding can lead to more inclusive and respectful interactions with everyone around us. Thank you for watching, and let's keep learning together.